is Blackstars attacker and forward Antoine Semenyo worth over £50 million in your estimation? This is the big question and the discussion we're having here on Pepe Suarez Xtra on YouTube. Welcome to Pepe Suarez Xtra on YouTube. Thanks for always watching us. We are grateful that you continue to watch us. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not. Once you are watching, it is very easy to subscribe and be a member of the family. Once you are watching, so you only click on the subscribe button. As you can see on your screens, you can see subscribe with E ending it. Once you click on it, you tap on it, and it changes to subscribed. You get a D sign. That means you are officially a member of the Pepe Suarez media, and in particular on the Pepe Suarez channel, that you are a member of this particular channel. We are grateful that you continue to watch us. We are discussing Antoine Semenyo, the Blackstars striker, the Blackstars attacker, the Blackstars forward. Remember, he plays his club football in the English Premier League for Bournemouth. And he is having some wonderful season in the Premier League this season. Clearly, Antoine Semenyo is in a form of his life. And I can tell you that a lot of teams, top teams, are chasing for the signature of the young Ghanaian forward who was born and bred in England. And he's been playing in the English football from the lower tier up to the Premier League all his life. Antoine Semenyo is a typical bulky forward who plays with a lot of strength. So in terms of the strength, his speed, there's no doubt about that. Now, we can read in the media, and it has been reported by top tabloids in Europe that clubs like Liverpool, Chelsea, and others have started making inquiries about the possibility of signing Antoine Semenyo. In fact, one club that is making frantic efforts to be able to meet the demands of his club side Bournemouth in order to bring him to their fold is Newcastle United. Newcastle are doing some wonderful job in the Premier League. This season they entered the Champions League, and in Europe they tried very well. Yes, last season they were in Europe and they tried very well. Unfortunately, the story has not been what they want. In fact, they have just won their first cup in the last 70 years. They've won their first cup, and that was the Carabao Cup that they won over Liverpool. So they are also looking for the services of the Ghanaian boy and Ghanaian striker Antoine Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo is a typical Chelsea boy. He was born in Chelsea in England. That is where he was born. And as we speak, he's 25 years of age, born on the 7th of January 2000. So Antoine is making the headlines. But we read today, was it Transfer Live, reporting that Bournemouth will want to extend the contract of Antoine Semenyo. And it's for a very simple reason. You know that Bournemouth is a selling club. Obviously, they are a selling club. So last season, they were having Antoine Semenyo and Dominic Solanke as their leading strikers. They transferred Dominic Solanke for about £60 million to Tottenham Hotspur. And then they brought in some other players, including a young Clivert. Now this season, they are doing so well. And two players who are linked always on the transfer market are Antoine Semenyo and Milos Kerkez, their left back. So Milos Kerkez has been linked to top clubs like Chelsea, like Manchester United, like Liverpool, like Arsenal, even linking him across Europe to a club like Real Madrid as a left back. He's one of the top performing left backs in Europe top 5 leagues, and especially in England in the Premier League. We read that his club side, Antoine Semenyo's club side, Bournemouth, will want to extend the contract of both Milos Kerkez and Antoine Semenyo. And the reason is simple, that these are two players being chased on the market. If you're able to extend their deals and then you insert huge buyout clauses, clubs may come in for them, or clubs may come in to negotiate. But once they are tied to Bournemouth for a very long time, then Bournemouth will have the upper hand as far as negotiations are concerned. So we know that from before the January transfer window opened and ended, the amount that was linked on Antoine Semenyo was around £40 million. 40 million pounds sterling. Today, we are reading that Antoine Semenyo is being tagged around £70 million. For me, I think it's on the higher side. What do you think? Your opinions are welcome here. So you can share your opinion. You can go into it and tell us how much you think would be a fair value for Antoine Semenyo. I believe that between 40 and 50 million pounds. Of course, remember, he's English, so he holds a dual citizenship for Ghana and for England. And for players who are English and they play in the English Premier League, they always have that value. And it's the reason Declan Rice was sold for over 100 million pounds. It is because it's English. If you want to buy an English boy, the amount of money you pay is always high up there. And remember, if you go to Newcastle, for instance, a player like Alexander Isak is being rumored to be valued around 150 million pounds. So clearly, Antoine Semenyo can fetch between 40 and 50 million pounds in my estimation. But what we read in the press indicates that his club side will not be asking for anything less than 70 million pounds. That is some big money. If you look at his numbers this season, I think that the numbers are good and it speaks very well of Antoine Semenyo. In fact, he's a player who at first was not adding so much in terms of goal scoring. He was not adding so much in terms of goal scoring. But for this season, he's a different player when it comes to scoring and scoring in big games. He has a penchant to score against the big boys. So if my memory serves me right, this season he scored against Liverpool. I think he scored against Chelsea. He scored versus Manchester United. I'm not sure if he scored versus Arsenal. But for all the big games in the Premier League, Antoine Semenyo returned goals for his club side, Bournemouth, over the top teams in England. Is it enough to warrant the said transfer figure? I can tell you that if Antoine Semenyo is bought for over 50 million pounds, he will become the most valuable Ghanaian player ever. That is the Ghanaian player who has moved on the transfer market with the highest transfer value will be Antoine Semenyo. The big question that will beg for answers is that, is he the most valuable Ghanaian player ever? We've had the likes of Stephen Tornado appear, Asamoah Baby Jan. We've had players like Michael Parker Essien, and all of those players. They did not get the value that is being rumored to be the amount that Bournemouth was splashed on any club that will come asking for the price of Antoine Semenyo. We wish him well. In the World Cup qualifiers, in the last game he played, he did not score. But in my estimation, Ghana versus Madagascar, he was the main deal up front. Remember, versus Chad, he scored. But he opened the floodgates for Ghana to score those 5 goals. So also on the international scene, he has started clicking, same way he's clicking for his club side. We wish him well. We wish that Antoine Semenyo will move to a bigger club where he'll begin to play in the European club competition, which in effect will inure to the benefit of the Blackstars of Ghana. Thank you for watching Pepe Suarez Xtra. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Thank you so much. God bless you.